Welcome to Legends in the Making, where we are redefining business success by aligning purpose, people, and profits. I'm your host, Erin Sarles Bowers, entrepreneur, shamanic practitioner, and founder of Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting. In each episode, I'm going to share snackable insights that will inspire you to lead with clarity, power, and heart. We'll dive into actionable strategies, real-world stories, and metaphysical teachings to help you unlock the infinite potential of your business, your people, and yourself. Are you ready to turn your business into a legend in the making? Let's dive in. And today we're going to talk about the hidden costs of playing it safe. So what is the hidden cost of playing it safe? Leaders often like to avoid risk. They like to play it safe. And ultimately that hinders your growth and transformation. So I'm excited to dive into this topic because I think it is plaguing a lot of businesses, and I think it's plaguing a lot of businesses right now. So fear of uncertainty oftentimes is the underlying cause of trying to play it safe, and businesses then plateau. So why do businesses start to play it safe? Typically, they start to play it safe because things either are not working well, or they're so ahead of the game that they don't want to continuously expand and continuously put themselves out there to receive more. So in my experience, most oftentimes the fear of uncertainty and what could happen next is often what happens to people, where they then start to hedge their bets and they start to contract back because they don't have certainty in themselves. They're putting their certainty into the external world. They're putting their certainty into the economy or whatever. But if you're certain of who you are as a business, what you have to offer, the economy doesn't matter because you're dictating the outcome, not allowing external forces to throw you about. So when you start to play it safe, there are invisible costs that will ultimately come back and bite you. You know, whether it's missed opportunities, whether it's you become stagnant, or you start to develop a sense of mediocrity. Like, there is so much that happens when you start to play it safe. And oftentimes people do that because they are almost afraid of their own growth. We don't oftentimes step into the expansiveness of our potentials. And so it's so important to ensure that you are willing to be innovators, you're willing to be risk takers, so that you may receive the infinite abundance of the universe. So what's really at stake when you are risk averse, when you're not willing to take risks, not knowing truly what the outcome will be? And some of those tangible results is you could lose market share, you could delay in innovation. Intangible things that you may not see, you could have leader burnout because you're not willing to take risks. So you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. You'll have team engagement. You know, those are just a few of the costs of staying comfortable. So how do shamanic practices help step through situations like this, where you're tending to play small, you're not willing to take risks? It's so important to dive into what's the underlying beliefs that are driving those decisions, and understanding where those beliefs are coming from. Because if you are in fear, you're going to make decisions out of fear. You're going to make decisions in haste. You're going to ultimately, when we think about the universe, if I'm acting from a place of fear and lack, I'm going to receive more fear and lack back in my results. I'm going to get pretty mediocre results because I'm not going full tilt all in on, what I believe in what I do. I believe in the product that I offer. This is the best that's out there. And I am willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that that gets delivered to the consumer. If I step in to my business in that manner, I am unstoppable. Unstoppable. So, first and foremost, you have to be willing to look at what are the underlying energetics, emotions that are driving your decision making. And are you willing to look at them? You as a leader have to look internally within yourself to go, where is my current belief system at? Am I acting from the highest state of beingness, or am I acting from a state of fear or lack, or I'm worried that the outcome that I need isn't going to happen? You cannot be in any of those three states and think that you're going to win the day, that you're going to have some successful business. People that are leading successful organizations are willing to continuously step in and expand because they're willing to take the risk. Their belief in themselves, who they are, what they deliver outweighs what are the long and short term gains of anything. So when you have people that are willing to invest in themselves, maybe hire speakers, invest in shifting the energetics of their organization, willing to take significant leaps, they're going to reap extraordinary rewards. It's, again, the law of reciprocity. What you reap is what you sow. So if you're sowing greatness, you have to be planting greatness. You have to be planting the expansiveness of who you want to be in order for you to reap that. So it's so important that you expand in to who you want to be versus constrict and play small of where you're currently at. And businesses that play it small, businesses that constrict, pull back, always see a decline in sales performance. That's just how it goes. You can't gain more sales when you're operating from a state of lack. The two just don't mesh. They don't antiquate. It's not even possible. I want to grow my business by 10%, but I want you to run on 20% less payroll. Good luck, team. I want you to logic out for me how I want you to expand and grow the business, and I want you to do it with lots less. It's very, very, very challenging. So when you want to ditch mediocrity, you have to be willing to go all in. You have to be willing to take the risks that nobody else is taking. And when I work with leaders, either one-on-one or in a group setting, aligning your energy with what you want the ultimate outcome to be and holding that frequency of what that feels like is the work that you're here to do. And it creates, when you believe and feel that, as I do this work with individuals, you start to bet on yourselves because you're in the energetic state of where you want your business and your outcomes to be. So you're starting to make decisions from that place and not from the place of lack or fear, which might be a current moment of where your business is at. But staying in that mindset isn't going to grow your business. And so things that you can do when you feel constricted is pause, breathe deeply, remind yourself, what am I here for? What am I here to accomplish? How can I look at this situation differently to go, how can I focus on expanding? How can I focus on giving? How can I focus on serving? Because the universe is going to reward that because of the laws of cause and effect and because of the laws of reciprocity. So if you want expansive growth, then you have to be expansive as a leader. And working through the energetic fear blocks that hold you back is the work that you have to do. Because once you align, all the rest comes along with it. It's it sounds very simple, yet it's very complex. So how do you make sure you keep yourself aligned? How do you visualize the outcome that you want when you're getting when you're getting ready to maybe launch a new product, or you are taking new decisive action? Like, think about that. Think about, am I embodying? Am I envisioning? Am I living from the state of where we already want it to be? This is a $4 million product line. Great. You can feel into what's it like to be the person responsible for the $4 million product line. What are the other things that start to expand out and open up? Because that's what you need to stay grounded in. You're already running that business. You're already there. The business, when you believe, is already there. It just has to align itself into that state of belief. So that's the work that we do here at Ignite, Elevate and Ascend Consulting, whether it's in 2-day events where we jumpstart leaders to get outside their comfort zones, whether we're diving in deeper in the 4-day event of Ignite and Ascend, where we're helping to reshape organizations, or when I'm working one-on-one with individual leaders in my private coaching, is really looking at how do you step in and break through the fears that are holding you back, and noticing those patterns, because oftentimes they're subconscious and you don't even realize that's the place you're acting from. And if you can recognize it and do something about it, you are going to be winning the battle. So just remember that playing it safe, being constrictive, not willing to take risks, ultimately is putting your business at risk. You're losing an innovation. You're having teams that are disengaged. You become stagnant, and ultimately you become mediocre. So if you're done playing small and you want to learn how to apply shamanism to make bolder moves, I would love for you guys to reach out, connect with me, and let's talk about how we can transform you or your organization for incredible results. So thank you again for tuning in to Legends in the Making. If today's episode inspired you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. And don't forget to share this podcast with other leaders, visionaries, and change makers who are ready to elevate their business, align their purpose, and ignite their own legendary journey. And if you're ready for the next steps, please visit our website at Ignite, Elevate, Ascend Consulting, or follow us on social media for more tools, resources, and upcoming events. And until next time, remember, legends aren't born, they're built. Keep leading with purpose, align with your vision, and always ignite the legend within you.